For some of you, it's going to take doing God's work. It's only going to be God's work that's going to set you free. It's only going to be doing God's work that's going to give you the life that you desire and dream of, and you're never going to feel fulfilled. You're never going to feel alive or nourished, or you're never going to feel satisfied if you don't do God's purpose and do God's will. You can do anything, but it will never feel the same unless you do what God wants you to do. There is so much power and fulfillment and true joy being exactly where God wants you to be. And that's why some people are doing things like they're doing things, but there's no fulfillment, there's no joy. They could have all the money, but something's missing. And some people have a lot of money, but there's so much fulfillment because actually God wants them to have that money. God wants them to be, sometimes we think that doing God's will means that we're going to be hidden away and we're going to be always in the wilderness. Sometimes doing God's will means I need you to go and be, start hosting these concerts, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so scary. So sometimes God's will is actually heavy exposure. You need to start preaching. You need to start being, evangelizing, or maybe you need to write 5 books. God's plan is not always for us to sort of like be in a cocoon, or I need you to, quit something and just, you're now going to just like read the Bible for 6 hours a day. Even if you're reading the Bible for 6 hours a day, it's typically to prepare you for what you're about to do. So even when you're doing things that seem like wilderness, like God has got you hidden, it's actually to prepare you for greatness, because He's most certainly sending you back to all those places. Most of the places that you were already, or the people that you used to know, you're going to see them again. You just are. Because God is going to prepare, He's preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies. But He's also like, Jesus Christ was in the wilderness, but then He went back and began to be around people in the temple. His brothers and sisters were around, everybody was around, right? So God kind of takes you back, or He'll bring people back to you. So with Joseph, that's what happened, right? Joseph, his brothers came back, right? So, and his father came to him. So he didn't go there, but they came to him. God is going to position you in such a way where you'll see certain people again, but there'll be a different level of wisdom that you will have, a different level of common sense, like intuition. Like he'll handle things differently because God is implanted certain things into you that will help you to make better decisions.